Hey everyone, a new day means a new leap in AI. Today's tech news feels straight out of the future. Videos created by neural networks are now indistinguishable from reality. Sora 2 can even render breathing. At BMW's factory, the humanoid Figure 3 powered by Helix AI has been working non-stop for 5 months. The Apex Index has measured AI productivity in the economy for the first time ever. The legendary game Doom is now running inside ChatGPT. Google DeepMind officially unveiled Veo 3.1, an upgraded video generation model. And Higgsfield launched Sketch to Video, turning rough sketches into full-motion clips. All that and more in this episode. Watch till the end so you don't miss anything. AI-generated videos are now indistinguishable from reality. It sounds like a cliché, but it's already true. The new Sora 2 model is so realistic that even people who work with neural networks every day start to doubt their own eyes. What used to be easy to spot, awkward motion, weird facial expressions, now looks completely alive, with natural skin texture, lighting, breathing, and tiny details that were once impossible to fake. Recently, a video spread across social media that millions of people took as real. It looked like a simple romantic moment. A couple walking together, a tender story. Only later did someone on X point out that it was made with Sora, and even those deep in the AI space hadn't noticed. That's a warning sign. If someone who spends their days studying AI video can't tell it's fake, ordinary viewers stand no chance. The line between reality and simulation is gone. AI video isn't just a tech demo anymore. It's a tool that can shape perception, influence news, emotions, and trust itself. Our social feeds have become mirrors that no longer reflect the world, but its perfect replica, smooth, beautiful, and completely artificial. Sora 2 proved that artificial intelligence is no longer just a helper for creators. It can build entire worlds that rival reality. But this also marks a new era, one where seeing no longer means believing. Artificial intelligence has just taken another leap. This time, not with images or text, but with full-blown video ads created from scratch. The clips making waves right now look like professional commercials for apps and brands, complete with actors, camera work, editing, emotions, and even branded motion graphics at the end. All of it is generated from a single short prompt. No designers, no videographers, no editors involved. This is the part many people missed when talking about Sora and other AI video tools. It's not just about making beautiful visuals anymore. These systems handle everything. Planning the edit, switching camera angles, animating emotion, choosing soundtracks, and producing a finished piece, all without human input. It's hard to believe this wasn't made by a creative team, just by a single model prompt. And that leads to a bigger question. What happens to the advertising and video production industries in 10 years, if small AI models can already do this? Today, these clips look like tech demos. Tomorrow, they could be the norm. We may be standing at the threshold of a new era, where creativity itself becomes a form of intelligence, even if it's artificial. Artificial intelligence has surprised everyone again. This time not because of massive computing power, but because of its smallness. A new paper titled "Less is More: Recursive Reasoning with Tiny Networks" shows that a miniature neural network can actually reason better than models hundreds or even thousands of times larger. Developed by Samsung and called TRM, the model has only about 7 million parameters, a laughably small number compared to giants like DeepSeek R1, Gemini 2.5, or O3 Mini. Yet this tiny network outperformed them on ARC-AGI-1 and ARC-AGI-2, benchmarks designed to test genuine reasoning skills rather than memorization. These tests are considered some of the hardest in the field because they can't be trained for. Every task requires real, logical understanding. The real breakthrough lies in how this little model thinks. Unlike traditional language models that generate text one word at a time, TRM first produces a complete draft of its answer in one go. Then it starts a kind of internal dialogue with itself, checking whether its logic holds up, spotting errors, asking questions, and rebuilding its reasoning step by step. Inside the model, there's something like a mental notebook, a scratch pad, where this self-reflection happens. TRM compares its draft to the problem statement, finds inconsistencies, and rewrites the answer. This cycle of draft, think, revise repeats up to 16 times, and with each round the model becomes more confident and more accurate. It's strikingly similar to how a human edits a text. You write a rough version, read it again, catch mistakes, rethink a few points, and polish the result. This recursive reasoning loop turns out to be so effective that it allows a small model to outperform massive ones without their computational muscle. TRM proves that intelligence isn't always about size. Sometimes it's about how you think, not how big you are. Researchers call this method self-critical reasoning, a process where the AI doesn't just give an answer but questions its own thinking. That shift could mark a new chapter in artificial intelligence. For years, progress has been measured in scale. Who can build the biggest model, train on the most data, or use the most GPUs? But now the focus is shifting. Scientists are learning to make AI think deeper, not just faster. If such self-reflective techniques already let a 7 million parameter model compete with billion parameter systems, imagine what's next. In the coming years, recursive self-correction could become a standard feature of intelligent systems. We're moving toward an era of reflective intelligence. Machines that don't just compute, but reason, doubt, and revise themselves. And that might be the real step toward genuine artificial understanding. In the BMW X3 production line, a humanoid robot from Figure has been working non-stop for 5 months. 10 hours a day, every day, without a single break. This experiment shows what the factories of the future might look like. Machines that never tire, capable of assembling almost anything while humans take on roles of supervision and design. In the past, robotic arms handled such tasks, but humanoid robots open an entirely new level of automation. Figure 2 became a symbol of this shift, and now comes Figure 3, a fully redesigned model powered by Helix AI, a vision language system that allows it to understand speech, perceive its environment, and safely interact with people. The new version isn't just for factories, it's also built for domestic use. Figure 3 features tactile sensors that can detect as little as 3 grams of pressure, embedded palm cameras, deep visual perception, and fleet learning. The robots share terabytes of data to improve collectively over time. The design is striking, sleek, futuristic, almost elegant, arguably even more refined than the Tesla bot. What's astonishing is that Figure has existed for only 2 years and is already setting the pace in the humanoid race. Meanwhile, China is rapidly accelerating its robotics development. Last year alone, the country added nearly 295,000 industrial robots, compared to 34,000 in the US and just 2,500 in the UK. Western executives have returned from visits to Chinese factories genuinely stunned. The technology there has surged far ahead. Beijing went all in on robotics several years ago, and now, a new humanoid seems to emerge every couple of weeks. One of them, the Unitree G1, can stand back up in under a second after being knocked over and perform acrobatic moves that most humans couldn't attempt. Once, robots were seen as clunky machines confined to assembly lines. Now they move smoothly, respond to touch, and act with intent. And when that physical agility merges with the intelligence of modern AI systems, it feels like we're witnessing the birth of a new era. Companies like Figure, Tesla, and China's robotics giants aren't just competing for market share, they're racing for the future itself, a future where human labor may no longer be a necessity. And more, it feels like that future is coming faster than anyone expected. Artificial intelligence now has its own productivity index, and it's called Apex. The idea behind it is simple but groundbreaking: to measure how well today's AI models can handle the kind of work that humans do in law, medicine, consulting, and finance, the world's most valuable industries. The project isn't run by tech influencers or startups, but by respected experts: legal scholar Cass Sunstein, physician Eric Topol, former McKinsey managing partner Dominic Barton, and former U.S. Treasury Secretary Larry Summers, who also serves on OpenAI's board. The results are striking. AI models are performing at, and sometimes above, professional human levels in typical analysis, documentation, and decision-making tasks. Summers compared this shift to the dawn of electrification, a transformation that reshaped the global economy. He noted that AI will create enormous opportunities, but also serious challenges in how we manage work and society. The current version of Apex is just the beginning. It only covers a few professions, but future updates will expand to more industries and complex tasks, offering a clearer picture of how AI will reshape the job market. Many experts believe this transformation is happening faster than most companies are willing to admit. In capitalism, profit comes first, and fewer employees often mean higher margins. If algorithms can replace people while maintaining output, corporations will adopt them quickly. That's why Apex isn't just a study. It's a mirror reflecting our economic future, one where intelligent machines become active players in the labor market. And as the creators say, this is only the start. MoonLake emerged with a simple but ambitious goal: to build an artificial intelligence capable of running real-time simulations and virtual worlds. The idea is gaining momentum fast, as more developers are trying to create digital realities that can be generated on the fly. What makes MoonLake stand out is that it's not promising yet another universal AI. Instead, it's building a system where the AI doesn't just react. It creates an entire world governed by its own internal logic. At the core of MoonLake's system lies an architecture similar to clock code, but far more advanced. It's not just code, it's a kind of multimodal language of worlds. It defines reproducible logic that shapes physics, interactions, and rules within the simulation. The AI doesn't simply decide what to do next, it also determines which agents should do it, and how they should do it. This approach opens the door to new forms of digital life, where virtual characters and environments can evolve almost like living systems, following not just scripts, but dynamic laws created by the AI itself. It's not just a game, it's a step toward new realities you can not only watch, but truly live inside. Elon Musk is once again set to shake up the gaming industry. His company, xAI, he says, plans to release the first video game entirely created by artificial intelligence before the end of 2026. The timeline sounds ambitious, and Musk is known for missing a few of those. But given how fast his Grok AI project has been moving, it's not hard to believe he might actually pull it off. But around this announcement, there's not just excitement, there's growing frustration. More and more posts are popping up online where people express outright hatred toward AI. One of the most viral tweets came after Spotify announced a partnership with ChatGPT to recommend music. The tweet simply said, "Retweet if you actually hate AI." It got hundreds of thousands of likes and tens of thousands of reposts. And that wasn't an isolated case. Every day, it's getting harder to ignore how fast the anti-AI sentiment is spreading. People are annoyed that articles, news pieces, and even entire websites are now being written by neural networks. One popular user on X, formerly Twitter, posted, "You just don't hate AI enough." Society seems split. Some are fascinated by the progress, while others fear losing the authenticity of human presence online. And it's true. In just 3 years since ChatGPT appeared, the world has changed beyond recognition. Hundreds of millions of digital personalities now write, create, and communicate. How do you tell a real person from an artificial one? Some believe the answer could be World ID, a system designed to prove that you're a real human being. The idea is to restore trust and transparency to the online world. Whether it will work remains to be seen. But if AI keeps advancing at the same pace, the internet in 30 years could be home to billions of intelligent agents. And then, it won't be humans trying to prove they're not AI. It'll be AIs checking whether there's still a human on the other side. Doom can now run right inside ChatGPT. Developer and Vercel CEO Guillermo Rauch showed how he managed to embed the legendary 90s shooter directly into the chatbot's interface. He used the ChatGPT app template built on Next.js, added a custom tool called Play_Doom, and deployed the project to Vercel. After that, ChatGPT doesn't just describe the game, it actually launches it inside the chat window. What's remarkable is that the chat now hosts a fully functional Next.js application, complete with client and server rendering. It's entirely interactive. You can move, shoot, and play through levels without ever leaving ChatGPT. This experiment highlights how flexible ChatGPT apps have become. They're no longer limited to text-based tasks or analysis. They can now run complete programs directly within the chat interface. Roush joked that if Doom works already, then running Quake inside ChatGPT might be just around the corner. Memes have finally made it to the big screen. What used to be just a funny image on the internet is now turning into full-blown movie trailers. Not thanks to Hollywood, but to neural networks. Artificial intelligence takes iconic frames, voices, and facial expressions, and transforms them into short stories that feel like scenes from real blockbusters. Everything looks so real, it's easy to believe these movies actually exist. They just haven't hit theaters yet. And it's no longer a joke. The new AI video generators don't just imitate style. They create complete narratives, with sound, editing, acting, and that signature trailer suspense.
How did this happen?
We're doing everything we can. Just hold on.
Fires start small, a spark, a secret. People don't pay attention until they do. It's pretty, isn't it?
In the heart of Ghana, when life takes its final bow, the show is just getting started.
Easy, boys. Left, right. Ha! That's it!
You see them smile, they don't even know the steps.
Good. Gives us room to shine.
6 friends, 1 coffin.
In 1 second, everything he thought he wanted slipped out of focus.
You seriously just did that?
I was.
From the little mistakes come the big questions.
I like you more than I like being right.
Then prove it.
Distracted Boyfriend, a romantic dramedy about looking away and finding your...
You have no idea what you just did!
From the director of Crying at Brunch.
Don't look at me like that!
Oh my god, Beth, breathe.
At a dinner party where every secret is on the table.
Is she yelling at the cat?
Silence can be deadly.
Say something!
Woman yelling at a cat.
The internet seems to be filming its own movies now, made out of memories, jokes, and memes. Maybe that's what neural networks were made for all along, to bring our online imagination to life. Higgsfield has introduced a new feature that turns simple sketches into videos. The technology, called Sketch to Video, is powered by Sora 2. Now, a basic line drawing can transform into a full 10-second clip with movement, lighting, and camera motion. Users can upload a ready-made sketch or draw one directly on the platform. The system automatically brings the artwork to life, adding animation and letting you choose the style of the final video. There are 5 available options, from realistic and cinematic to anime, commercial, and horror. Each clip is generated in just a few seconds and looks like a short animation or a movie scene. The feature is currently available only with a paid subscription starting at $9 per month. But for artists, designers, and anyone who enjoys bringing ideas to life, Higgsfield makes turning a sketch into a video easier and faster than ever. Google has officially introduced the new version of its video AI model, Veo 3.1, marking one of the most notable upgrades in AI-generated video technology. The system now doesn't just build realistic scenes, but also handles sound better, with native audio integration and more accurate rendering of motion, lighting, and texture. The model is already available through Google Flow, where users can choose between 2 modes, fast and quality. The first one delivers results almost instantly, while the second focuses on maximum visual detail. Users without a subscription get 100 free credits per month, while AI Pro members receive 1,000. Flow supports both vertical and horizontal formats, and users can upload reference images to preserve the style or characters from previous clips. The maximum video length remains 8 seconds. The rumored 30-second expansion hasn't been confirmed yet. Rendering is faster now, and failed generations automatically refund credits. Testers say Veo 3.1 makes videos look almost cinematic. The lighting feels more natural, motion is smoother, and compositions are more deliberate. The previous Veo 3 version still shares the top spot with Sora 2 Pro from OpenAI on LM Arena benchmarks. If version 3.1 delivers more stability and longer clips, Google could easily reclaim the lead in the video AI race. Researchers at the Karlsruhe Institute of Technology, KIT, have unveiled a discovery that raises serious concerns about the future of personal privacy. It turns out you don't even need to carry a phone or any other device to be recognized. Just being near an active Wi-Fi network is enough. Signals from an ordinary router can see a person by detecting how radio waves bounce off their body. It works like a camera, only instead of light, it uses radio signals. And whether your own device is on or off doesn't matter. If there are other connected gadgets nearby, you can still be identified. Professor Thorsten Struve from KIT's Institute of Information Security explains that this technology allows researchers to create radio-based images of an environment and the people in it. The implications are alarming. Any Wi-Fi router could potentially become a surveillance tool. Simply walking past a cafe with a Wi-Fi network could allow someone to identify you without your knowledge, and later recognize you again, perhaps by authorities or private companies. What makes this more troubling is that it doesn't require any special or expensive hardware. A standard router is enough. The system relies on signals that connected devices already send, called beamforming feedback information, which are not encrypted and can be intercepted by anyone in range. With this data, an AI model can identify individuals with nearly 100% accuracy. The researchers warn that this technology poses a serious threat to privacy and basic civil rights, especially in authoritarian countries where it could be used to track or monitor citizens. They are calling for urgent protective measures to be included in the upcoming Wi-Fi 802.11 BF standard. Without such safeguards, the invisible web of wireless networks surrounding us could quietly evolve into a global surveillance system, one that can see through walls and watch us without us ever noticing. Google DeepMind, in collaboration with Yale University scientists, has introduced a new biological model called Cell 2 Sentence Scale 27B, the largest system of its kind for single-cell analysis, built on the open-source Gemma architecture. The model can understand patterns in the language of cells, and has already led to the discovery of a potential new pathway for cancer therapy. Researchers asked the AI to find a drug that could boost the immune response only in tumors where it was already partially active, but too weak to trigger full defense. Such tumors are known as cold, almost invisible to the immune system. To heat them up, the team ran a virtual experiment with over 4,000 compounds, simulating different biological environments. The model unexpectedly highlighted a compound called silmeticertib, known as a CK2 enzyme inhibitor. It predicted that this drug could enhance antigen presentation, making tumor cells more visible to the immune system, but only in the presence of small doses of interferon. Smaller models were unable to identify this context-dependent effect. When the hypothesis was tested in the lab, the results matched the prediction. Silmeticertib alone had no effect, and low-dose interferon caused only a modest response. But together, they increased the immune visibility of tumor cells by nearly 50%. This finding proved that large-scale models like C2S scale 27B can do more than analyze data. They can generate new scientific ideas and uncover unexpected relationships. Yale scientists are now studying the mechanism behind this combination and testing other predictions made by the model. If future research confirms the results, this approach could become the basis for new combination immunotherapies that use multiple drugs together for a stronger effect. DeepMind's work shows that scaling AI doesn't just improve accuracy. It opens the door to genuine scientific discovery. The full study is available on BioRxiv. Google has released a major update to Gemini CLI, turning it from a simple command interface into a fully interactive terminal. Developers can now run familiar console tools, from editing code with Vim to monitoring processes with Top, directly inside Gemini, without switching to another window. The result is a smoother, faster, and more natural workflow. Previously, running such commands required exiting the CLI and opening a separate terminal, which disrupted context and broke the flow. Now, thanks to the addition of pseudo-terminal (PTY) support, Interactive applications can run entirely within Gemini's environment. The terminal doesn't just display text, it streams the full interface in real time, including colors, cursor position, and layout changes, like a live video feed. This new architecture enables true two-way interaction. When you type, your input is instantly sent to the running process, and when you resize the window, the interface inside automatically adjusts. You can focus the terminal with Ctrl+F and enjoy full-color rendering for your favorite tools. The interactive shell is enabled by default, starting with Gemini CLI version 0.9.0. The update is available via NPM, and the installation command remains the same. Google notes that this is only the beginning. The team continues improving input handling across platforms and welcomes feedback from developers. With this new interactive mode, Gemini CLI is no longer just a tool for running AI commands. It's becoming a full development environment where you can write code, manage repos, and launch applications, all without leaving a single console. Anthropic has released Claude Haiku 4.5, a lightweight, faster, and more affordable version of its AI model. Just 5 months ago, Claude Sonnet 4 was considered cutting edge, powering some of the most advanced tasks. Now, that same level of capability is available to everyone, at a fraction of the cost. According to the company, Haiku 4.5 runs twice as fast and costs 3 times less, while in some benchmarks it even surpasses its predecessor. The new model is built for tasks that demand instant responses, from chatbots and customer support to pair programming. With Haiku 4.5, tools like Claude Code and the Chrome extension feel noticeably smoother and more responsive. Developers say it handles multi-agent projects easily, keeping both speed and accuracy intact. Anthropic also emphasized safety improvements. Internal evaluations showed that Haiku 4.5 has the lowest risk profile of any model the company has released so far. It earned an AI Safety Level 2 classification, meaning it's safe for most real-world applications and carries minimal risk of misuse. Developers can already access Haiku 4.5 through the Claude API, Amazon Bedrock, and Google Cloud Vertex AI. The pricing is simple, just $1 per million input tokens and $5 per million output tokens, making high-quality AI more accessible than ever. Anthropic also envisions Haiku 4.5 working alongside the more powerful Claude Sonnet 4.5. Sonnet can plan and decompose complex problems, while Haiku executes subtasks quickly and efficiently, combining intelligence and speed in one system. Claude Haiku 4.5 is now available globally. With this release, Anthropic is redefining the balance between performance and efficiency, opening a new chapter for fast, safe, and affordable artificial intelligence. That's all for today, friends. I hope you found it interesting. I'll see you in the next videos here on this channel.